Learning never exhausts the mind. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Art is never finished, only abandoned. Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. Experience never errs. It is only your judgment that errs. Once you have tasted the taste of sky, you will forever look up. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. Study without desire spoils the memory, and it retains nothing that it takes in. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. Things of beauty, pleasing to the eye, lift the mind to act. Water is the driving force of all nature. Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. A painter should begin every canvas with a wash of black because all things in nature are dark, except where exposed by the light. The worst waste in the world is the difference between what we are and what we could become. I love those who can smile in trouble. The smallest feline is a masterpiece. Art lives from constraints and dies from freedom. Human subtlety will never devise an invention more beautiful, more simple, or more direct than does nature. I roamed far and wide to understand the true laws of nature. Vitality shows in not only the ability to persist, but the ability to start over. Nature is the source of all true knowledge. He who wishes to be rich in a day will be hanged in a year. Blind men would be best to govern if they were able to put their hands on the helm. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Wisdom is the daughter of experience. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. Despite knowing the velocity of an arrow on its release and the force of attraction of the earth, I will never be able to determine the point at which the pebble leaves the hand of the pitcher. Great dignity consists in daring to think for oneself. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. From simple experience, I have grown to know what the world is. The human foot is a masterpiece of engineering and a work of art. Iron rusts from disuse. Water loses its purity from stagnation. Even so, does inaction sap the vigor of the mind. Men of lofty genius sometimes accomplish the most when they work least, for their minds are occupied with their ideas and the perfection of their concept. I have offended God and mankind because my work didn't reach the quality it should have. If you find from your own experience that something is a fact, and it contradicts what some authority has written, believe your experience. To develop a complete mind, study the science of art, study the art of science, learn how to see, and realize that everything connects to everything else. The human body is the best picture of the human soul. Every action needs to be prompted by a motive. He who sees through the eyes of the man of practice and sees through the eyes of the man of theory, sees more. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt. Art is the queen of all sciences, communicating knowledge to all the generations of the world. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. Obstacles cannot crush me. Every obstacle yields to stern resolve. The knowledge of past and of things present is the key to the knowledge of future events. Every now and then, go away, have a little relaxation, for when you come back to your work, your judgment will be surer. To discover the true proportions of any object, observe its appearance from the angle at which it appears to you smallest. He who thinks little errs much. Nature never breaks her own laws. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Tears come from the heart and not from the brain. The eye sees a thing more clearly in dreams than the imagination awake. Art is strong and calm, strength wears out the swiftest. Where one sees excellent reasons to fear, one's judgment should safely foretell the future. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. He who laments what he lacks is already in possession of what he wants. The painter is a poet who speaks in color and vision. No human investigation can be called real science if it cannot be demonstrated mathematically. A well-spent day brings happy sleep. We know more than we can tell. He who does not punish evil commands it to be done. Nature delights in nature. Nature conquers nature. Nature rules nature. If the lion could speak, we would not understand him. The rough isn't polished, but by degrees perfected. Men who sincerely wish for the victory of reason must be inured to its failures. Well-timed silence is the most commanding expression. The sense of sight has a strong reason to know things. Art is a harmony parallel with nature. The intricacy of nature shows the intricacy of its creator. The function of muscle is to pull and not to push, except in the case of the genitals and the tongue. Every part is the child of some antecedent and the parent of what follows. That which is. That which is not. The invention shows the universality of mind. Life well spent is long. A variety of discordant elements, in the highest degree, is not an agreeable noise. Observe the motions of the universe, and you will observe God. Nature is full of infinite causes that have never occurred in experience. Angles and triangles are the basis and root of mechanics, and of all machines. The knowledge of the sciences is the true foundation of the arts. Light always flatters to see the lines of contours. Rarely do great beauty and great virtue dwell together. Time is the greatest innovator. The motion of the heart, when pure, is like the movement of the stars. To reach a magnificent mind, the path must be steep. Heat and light are the life of human intelligence. There are three classes of people: those who see when shown, those who do not see. Nature never deceives us. It is always we who deceive ourselves. The painter's mind may be likened to a mirror, which continually adapts itself to the nature of the object it contemplates. The smallest details make the greatest perfection. He who aspires to act must think as a man of thought. Without craftsmanship, inspiration is a mere reed shaken in the wind. Discern the spirit by the outward form. Whoever wishes to contemplate the whole must contemplate part by part. The more I study, the more I realize how much I don't know. In rivers, the water that you touch is the last of what has passed, and the first of that which comes.